Gurubhyo Namaha. I welcome you all for this today's presentation. So it is a proud to be a civil engineer, part 2. So here I would like to share a few more information regarding specializations there in the civil engineering. So definitely it's going to help you to choose your career in the right path and where you can locate yourself in this civil engineering era. Right? So let me start the presentation. Hi guys. Uh, I already introduced myself. So let me start right away with the presentation. So here I would like to show you a few more information about civil engineering. So these are all structures which was built by a civil engineer, isn't it? So the learning objectives of this presentation here, you can able to understand how civil engineers impact lives. It's going to identify some different areas of specialization there in civil engineering. You can understand the job benefits on each every based off civil engineering specialization, and you can identify necessary skills. So here I'm going to share you the skill set required for each specialization. So based on that, you can think yourself and you can place yourself in which field you are more interested in, and by that you can build up your career in that direction. Okay. So civil engineers usually build structures so that meet a function, looks, cost, and a reliability specification. See, we always build structure for what? So the main purpose of building a structure towards its function. See how it is going to function. Is it functioning as a bridge, or is it functioning for the residential purposes? Is it functioning for commercial or industrial? Right? For what? For what? So the function itself means that for what we are going to construct that particular structure. And coming to looks, exactly. Look is also very important. Aesthetical look always make that structure looks awesome, right? And coming to the next part, the cost. So definitely whenever we design a structure, so we need to think in terms of economical point. The cost also plays a vital role in building a structure, and the reliability specification. So how better your structure is reliable towards society. Okay, who can use that particular structure? So what is the durability of that structure? How it is going to reliable in terms of different specifications. So that is how civil engineering usually deals. So not only that, the civil engineers usually do planning, design, and supervision the construction of different transportation systems, water systems, and the communication networks. So this is the other part of the civil engineer who deals with these kind of things. So here civil engineers solve local and regional pollution or environmental issues as well, right? So as we are into a part of environmental engineering, so we are supposed to solve a local regional pollutions, right? It may be due to air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, right? So in that way, we have to solve that regional pollutions which was developed within your places. And not only that, even we have to solve the environmental issues which is coming with the vast development of this urbanization. So that is also a part of the civil. And coming to the major areas of specialization. So these are the major areas. Apart from this, there are plenty of specializations there in civil engineering. See, I can say the only engineering which is having n number of specializations, that is the civil engineering, right? So let me show you one by one. So construction is a specialization of civil engineering. Environmental, we deal with environmental aspects. Geotechnical, structural, transportation, and the water resources, right? Coming to each individual specialization. So what is the major role in that specialization? What are the benefits you're going to get if you do that specialization in the first one, construction engineering. So the required skills to become a construction engineer or to study the construction engineering is, so you have to know the methods and equipments used in terms of particular construction. And you have to know the structures which are there in different areas of civil engineering. And you should be very good in construction management because you have to manage in terms of labor, in terms of material procurement, in terms of cost, in terms of planning, in terms of scheduling. So this all comes under the construction management. And next one, cost estimation and analysis. So these are the required skills by a construction engineer. And next one is environmental engineering. So the major responsibilities includes in environmental engineering is first one, disposing hazardous waste. So obviously we have wet waste, dry waste, electronic waste. So like that we can differentiate waste in different categories. So in that, so you have to know how to dispose these hazardous waste, right? So you have to know how to manage this waste and how to treat them. So nowadays there are 3 R's: how to reduce, how to recycle, and how to reproduce the things, right? So these are the 3 R's nowadays people are following. And we have to know how the waste to be treated and how the waste is going to be managed. So that also comes under the environmental engineering. And next one, biological process in pollution control. So this is a major aspect where how the pollution can be controlled with the biological process. And water and waste and water quality. See, this is what civil engineering is going to serve the nation in terms of giving a best quality of water and producing less waste, right? So within the places, and how the water was disposed and how the water was treated. So these are all comes under the environment engineering. Coming to the next one, which is very, very important for structural point of view, geotechnical engineering. So it specializes in survey. So you have to be strong in surveying and soil mechanics and dynamics. So you have to know each and every property of the soil, and you have to know what is the mechanism in the soil, the properties of soil, how it behaves, right? So when it is subjected to load, what are the different types of soils available on it, and what is the dynamics of the soil. Dynamics in the sense when it is subjected to load, how it is behaving. So that behavior you will come to know in geotechnical engineering. And earth structure, earthquake engineering is also a part of geotechnical engineering. See, please guys, don't skip geotechnical analysis because without a geotechnical analysis, without having a geotechnical knowledge, no structure will withstand on ground. Okay. So one of the important specialization in civil engineering is the geotechnical. So this is all you are going to study in your civil engineering of your 4 years BTech. One of the important specialization in civil engineering is structural engineering, which deals with structural analysis and design. So here you will know how you analyze the structure and how it's going to behave for the loads and the structural stabilities and seismic proof and the reinforcements, right? So in particular structural point of view, you should be very strong towards analysis and you should be strong towards designing a particular structure. So here I would like to add a few points. Earlier, people used to design and analyze manually, but nowadays we are having a plenty of civil engineering softwares. At every different streams, we are having the softwares, right? So in the meantime, I will definitely share you civil engineering softwares presentation, so where you can have a clear view of learning the civil engineering softwares and getting strong towards design and analysis, what uh, companies require nowadays, right? Next one is transportation engineering. So as we know, without transportation infrastructure, so no city can be called as a smart city. So which majorly works on connectivity of one place to other place in terms of different modes of transportation, isn't it? So here, responsible for public transportation systems is one of the major role, and traffic operations and highways and streets are also one of the important area in transportation engineering, right? So here the modes of transport in the sense highways, railways, airways, navigations. So this all comes under the transportation. And coming to the water resources engineering, so where the responsibilities include here the water treatment process, wastewater management, how the better you can utilize the water resource in terms of groundwater resources, groundwater stabilization, sedimented transport. Again, environmental engineering is also a part of water resource engineering. Here, apart from these general topics, irrigation systems, irrigation structures also comes under the water resource engineering. Okay. So here, water treatment plant flowchart was shown in the presentation. Apart from this, all our irrigation structures, right, comes under the water resource engineering specialization. How to construct the dams, how to construct the reservoirs, right? So what are the different types of canals available? How the water was distributed from canals to irrigation fields, right? So what is off-take sluice, what is culvert, so what is drop? This all comes under the water resource engineering. And coming to the benefits in civil engineering aspects, so these benefits definitely gives ease and better understanding of civil engineering area. So in civil engineering, you can solve societal problems definitely, and allows indoor and outdoor works. Here, responsible, highly respected job where the civil engineering usually treat up. See, in civil engineering, you can go into the government fields also. Like you can start with a junior engineer, assistant engineer, assistant executive engineers, chief engineer, superintendent engineer. So like that, the responsible and the respected field is a civil engineering field out of other engineering what we have. So the challenging technical career, definitely every point of view there will be a challenge. If you get some work, so dealing with that work is a challenging to you, right? Because it's gonna affect your society in both the ways, positive and negative. So that you should take all positive challenges and you have to work on it. And utilize modern technology, definitely. So there are plenty modern technologies available in terms of construction aspects. So you should be adapted to the modern technology. Then only you can make utilize of these in terms of better construction activities. And work with people of various backgrounds. So here you can't work on alone, right? So for example, if you are a site engineer, you have to work with a planning engineer, construction manager, technical labor, supervisors, clients, right? Contractors, nearby public. So you have to work with the different people of various backgrounds. So by that you will be well equipped with a lot of skills when you're working in these different people. And definitely in civil engineering you will be paid well, so your salaries will be very high. So there won't be any kind of job dropouts. Why? Because in civil engineering your experience talks about your salaries. So when you are experienced more, definitely your salaries will be more. So the importance given to the civil engineer is always based on the experience. Okay. So definitely your payment will be very high in terms of your experience, right? So that is what a benefit you're going to get in civil engineering. And coming to the skills to develop as a civil engineer, so apart from your regular civil engineering knowledge and fundamentals, I request you guys to please brush up and keep all these fundamentals in your mind, because that definitely required by an industry. So you should be strong in maths and science, because they look forward for the people who is very strong in technical thinking, okay, thinking abilities, aptitude ability. So here you should be strong in maths and science, right? Like algebra, trigonometry, analytical geometry, calculus, physics, chemistry, right? And computer languages, a minimum computer language like C, C++, right? So that you require, because you should be in a position to develop a program on areas what you would really require. Apart from your maths and science, which comes under the human sciences, you should be very strong in communication skills, because you have to present yourself in front of lot of people. So you should be communicable when you are communicating with your subordinates, right? When you're communicating with people who are lower than you, so you should communicate in their way. So then only they can understand. You can't talk in English with a labor, right? So you should be in a position to communicate with them in their own language. So communication in the sense, it is not just an English. Communication here, so where the people can easily understand, okay, so about what work has to be done. So written English, you should be very good, because uh, what we call documentations, right? So you have to write a letters to the client, you have to do draftings, okay, you need to reply to the contractors. So like English written should be very good. Speech and presentation skills should be very good. And foreign language, at least you should be good in at least one or two foreign languages, like when you are dealing with a client who are from China, so definitely they required a language of Chinese, like French, German, right? So like this, you should be at least good enough in learning one or two foreign languages, where you can be an international, civil engineer. Okay, so in that way, communication skills plays a vital role. Okay, in civil engineering. So that's ends with the presentation, guys. So now this is what I'm going to share to you. So in terms of proud to be a civil engineer as a part 2, right? So with your support, I'm gonna share like these kind of presentations to you, to make you aware about the areas and the latest technologies in civil, right? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe my channel, Om Sri Krishna Basava, so where I'm going to talk more on civil engineering one, right? Thank you so much.